Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, gotta do an update to a pretty popular video I did a week ago, which was titled, My Wife Pulled Off the Ultimate Bait and Switch, Now I'm Gonna Pull Off the Ultimate Divorce. And guys, as a quick recap, that's about the guy. He's been married to his wife, I believe, for like 10 years. And prior to getting married, they were together for another 10 years. And if you all recall, from an early age, like they started dating at like 19 or something like that, she wanted to get married, have a family, be a wife, all that. But this guy was like, no way. He wanted to take his time, focus on his purpose, his goals, make something of himself, all that, all which I recommend. And so she waited. And during that time period, for what he described, she was very, very loving girlfriends, fiance. They were hooking up multiple times a week. She looked good. She worked. All these things. They even had a couple kids along the way prior to getting married. Finally, when he's ready, they got married. And I kid you not, like that, within a month, she quit her job, which was a condition of the marriage that she also worked, so he didn't have to have everything on him. She quit her job and completely let herself go, where he described in 2 years, she put on like 130 pounds. That's like another person attached to you, right? And of course, the SEX came to a screeching halt, and he's been miserable ever since. He has 2 kids with her, and his son is a special needs child, which he explains in this update here. Even though he was going through hell, he was taking care of everything, paying all the bills, working, bringing home the money, and she was still being an a-hole because she was mad he was gone all the time. But she wasn't working, so somebody has to pay the bills and take care of the family. But eventually this guy, he started his own club, and it became a huge success. This guy was making a ton of money. It was popular. COVID hit, but he had a lot of money put away, so he didn't go out of business. He took care of the family. And then he also lost a lot of weight, and he's been on a mission of self-improvement. There's a gal who works with him or works for him there that he really likes him, and he's thinking, I'm done with this shit. And so it ended with him pretty much wondering what he should do, all that, because he's lost the weight. He's back, booming with business. He has this gal that really likes him. He's done, but obviously the divorce is an issue because he's worried about his kids. He doesn't trust her to be able to handle things, special needs son. So he asked my advice on what I thought he should do and all that, and I gave it to him. I said to end it, kick her to the curb, do what you gotta do, but talk to a lawyer, find out all your options, figure things out, because it's not fair to you, a good guy like this, to have to deal with this bullshit your whole life and be miserable. It's really unfortunate. So, after that long intro here, he now provides an update as to what's happened since. It's been a week. He immediately saw the video, read all your comments. He's very grateful to all you guys because you guys are awesome with your comments, whether they're hilarious, smart-ass comments or very helpful ones or ones cheering him on. These are great. And he's taken action. And let me tell you, it is a complete 180 with things with the wife right now, amongst many other things. So he continues on. He says, hello, SSM. This is Kay again. I want to thank you for the video and the many advice and support given to me. I have a surprising update and some answers and corrections of my previous post. First off, the post for my previous post, he says my coworker, this is the girl that he was working with, really liked and likes him, is good looking and all that. He says, indeed, this was a translation error. She is an employee with whom I worked together behind the bar. Coffee was flying in salvos out of my nose when you asked if she was a strong and independent feminist. Nah, I don't get those vibes from her. Still, I've been wrong before. Many comments were made that she just wants to settle down now, and that is a bad idea to date a coworker. Yeah, I think they may be right about that. I'm still not actively seeking a relationship with her, but we shall see how things turn out. Should fate decide we'll eventually get together eventually, marriage will be out of the question, that's for sure. So I suspected, he's from another country, by the way. I suspected this gal he was talking about that really liked him, he really liked her. She wasn't like someone he did business with, she was an employee. And I said from the get-go, bad idea, okay? You should not be, first of all, you're married, so you got to deal with that part. But even if you're divorced or whatever, bad idea getting involved with an employee, with somebody you work with, because this is your business. This is your livelihood, your dream. Why jeopardize by getting involved with an employee? And you all know what could potentially go wrong if, well, you know how things go. It's not worth it. Now, let's just say hypothetically, You and your wife split up. You two have a really great thing going. You take your time. Well, at that point, then she can no longer be an employee. Maybe you hire as an independent contractor, right? It's not an employee. You're paying her as an independent contractor doing work for you or something like that. But even then, you don't want to mix business with pleasure. It's a bad idea. Your purpose, your business, is more important than a chick. You, a successful guy who is on his grind and mission, successful business, makes money, can get other women if that's what you want down the road. Make that clear. Next, he says, my son. My son was born almost 3 months premature. He suffered a brain hemorrhage while in the incubator. Still, he's a chip off the old block, if I say so myself. The doctors told us that he wouldn't be able to speak or walk. Yet he can't sit still or shut up. He does whatever he does, however, have impaired motor skills in his hands and is nearly blind. Mentally, he will stay at the age of 10 forever. I'm sorry about that, man. And you have been busting your butt for years to provide and take care of him, because you parents know that kids are expensive. But if you have a special needs child, that takes the expenses to a whole new level. So he was busting his tail, taking care of his family, and yeah, his wife was bitchy that he was never around and unsupported and all that. But I wish your son all the best, man. You're a great dad doing what you got to do to take care of him. He says, my weight loss. Yes, I lost a lot of weight, something that I'm very proud of. But it didn't take me 2 years. It was almost 3 years. 2 years, COVID, until now. Dude, whether it took you 3 years or 5 years or 2 years, you still lost like 130 some pounds. That's awesome. Good for you. Proud of you. He says, job of the wife. He says, wow, I laughed so hard with this comment. I never will get this image out of my head, my wife doing the draw me as one of your French girls pose, as looking at Job of the Hut. Yes, it is easy to gain the weight in a few years. If you're not active during the day, eat 2 chocolate bars and junk food almost every day, you get that excess of 600 calories daily to achieve this. Remember, I had the same problem. I did choose to do something about it, though. Like I said, I refer to her constantly as Job of the wife. And if it wasn't that he had so much disdain for her, I would be a little more respectful towards his wife. But in this case, since his wife was an a-hole to him and pulled the bait and switch and became a fat freaking hippo, I'm going to insult away here. He says, my location. I would like to keep my location and name of my club secret to the masses, but I'll gladly share this with you, SSM. Now, he takes a moment, he shares me details of his club, where he lives and all that, and I'll just say it's overseas, and he sent me a link on Facebook. I'm no longer on Facebook anymore, but I'm going to look up your club because he has the club here, but good for you, man. I think that's badass that you have a club. And he says, okay, so for the update. And let me tell you, gentlemen, it's quite an update from 1 week ago. It says, I was kind of shocked at the speed that the video was released. Thanks so much. I listened to it at least 5 times in the first day. It was a real eye-opener having someone else tell your story. I can imagine. I've read most, if not all, the comments up until this email. I'm very grateful for the whole community. Some comments made by you and the community has really hit home. See, guys? You doing it. Taking your time to do it really helps other brothers out. For example, the comment you made about should my wife have had my back, I could have had 5 clubs by now. My father said the exact same thing to me once. Also, the comment that I've laid down the law to my wife when I started the business, yes, I kind of did, didn't I? It sparked a fire I forgot I still had in me. Yeah, I said in the previous story that if you had a really great, loyal, supportive wife, instead of having 1 club now, yeah, you could have multiple clubs because she'd be taking care of everything at home that you need to get taken care of so you could focus on the business. She could help you out when she could business-wise. But you had the exact opposite. For example, he says, so really thank you for the support and thanks for your video. I found more support from someone I didn't expect, my brother-in-law. Your brother-in-law? He says, it might be hard to believe. I could not believe myself. 2 days after your video aired, he came into my office, wielding his phone saying in our language, dude, you gotta listen to this. This guy sounds so much like you. Hear this out. With my mouth wide open, I asked him, you listen to SSM too? He froze. It's you. I never knew he also listened to you, SSM. I knew he had some baby mama issues with his ex before, not that he found solace on the internet. He listens to you and some other guys I did not hear about, like Better Bachelor and Kevin Samuels. So it's not actually, some of you guys are like, oh, bullshit, he's making that up. I believe him, and here's why. I've had other guys share their stories, and then they find out that somebody they know, like a friend or relative who's on their side, watches me too. And they came to them and saying exactly like this. So that's hilarious. So welcome to the brother-in-law. I appreciate your support. And yes, the channel Better Bachelor, that's a great one. Better Bachelor, he does things in waves I've noticed. He'll do a bunch of videos for a couple weeks, and he disappears for a couple weeks, and he's back videos. His are more news-oriented, about things going on around the world. Mine are more personal stories, so he has his thing, I got mine, but he's cool. I like his stuff. And, well, poor Kevin Samuels passed away last year. He says, my brother-in-law supports me. Not his sister, but me. Man, that was a relief. I thought that he was going to make a scene or something, but no, he gave me a freaking hug. That's awesome, man, because he knows your wife has been proven to be all this time a freaking a-hole. And I got to tell you, if my sister was being an unreasonable a-hole to my brother-in-law, you bet your ass I'd be backing him. Now, to my knowledge, my sister's been quite cool and a good wife, but you know what I mean. He says, we talked for about half an hour about my marriage, the other love interest, how I see a future, and such. He gave me good advice, and I took it to heart. Also, he promised he would not show this video to our family or friends. What was his advice? A family meeting with me, my wife, and my daughter, and a plan of action, and we had it this Saturday. Okay, good work. He says, I laid down the law again. I told them I already requested divorce papers from the notary, standard procedure here with a prenup, and that I could not live like this anymore. My daughter cried out of fear. My wife's face was one of utter shock. Yeah, of course your wife's in utter shock because she never expected you to do this. Because you've been, no offense, so worn down over the years, you're now getting your man card back and you're growing a pair. And by the way, gentlemen, wait till you see his wife's response when this guy starts laying down the law. I also said that I would sign them as soon as they arrive at work address, but I would not file them yet. I told them I cannot nor will not go back to the life we've had for the last 10 years. But since I still love the woman I proposed to, I owe her at least one chance. We'll come back to that. Be the mother my children need, be the wife I need, and I will stay. Otherwise, I'd be the ex you deserve. Well, it's your life, and it's your family, and I want you to do what's best for you. I have a hard time seeing your wife changing, and I also have a hard time, given all the bullshit you've been through, wouldn't be able to go back to that. But I understand you're a good man, and you're hoping for the best. And I know, I guarantee this is a big part. Her giving her one chance to get her shit together is because of your kids, and you love your kids more than anything. And I respect that, but I don't know if it's going to work out. But if you can lay down the law and get her act together, give it one shot. But if it doesn't work, get out of there. It says, as I've already stated in my previous email, I wasn't scared of my wife's reaction, but that of my daughter. I feared that she'd hate me. My fear was unfounded. She was confused, yes, angry, no. Well, that's good to hear. What will my mom need to do for me to... And he's now going to go through a conversation he had with his daughter. His daughter's young, I think like 10 years old or something like that, or a little bit under 10. What will my mom need to do for you to stay? What do you mean by the ex she deserves? I comforted her by telling her the truth. I said that your mom needs to uphold her end of the deal and be a productive member of our family. Remember when Daddy was home and he made dinner, helped with homework, cleaned? Yes. Do you think your mom could do that if she wants? And the girl says, I do too. Yes, I know I'm not at home very much. Do you think if mom could help clean the club with me and make preparations for the next day, then I'd be at home much sooner? I think so too. And she would have some more money to do more fun stuff. Yes, I think we deserve a mommy like that. And those are my rules for mommy right now. Be a mom, be a wife, or be an ex-wife. Simple, isn't it? Okay. These are unreasonable things because this guy's always at work. Either he's running the club when it's open or taking care of everything behind the scenes when obviously the club is not open. He needs his wife there. If he's taking care of all the bills, bringing all the money, to take care of the kids, to clean the house, to cook, laundry, grocery shop, help the kids with their homework, take the car in. I mean, better have the guy take the car into the shop. all sorts of things that needs to be done. Help him out with some things at the club when the kids are in school. You get the point. Not unreasonable request, but she's been a fat-ass piece of shit on the couch eating her candy bars for 10 years and letting herself go and being unsupportive and bitching about him. Not cool. So yeah, this is the first thing. Next thing she needs to do is lose freaking 100 pounds. We're getting to that. I'm so happy your daughter wasn't hating on you. My daughter understands way better than I expected. Hey, there you go. Later that evening, I went to work. To my biggest surprise ever, come closing time, my wife came to the club. Sobbing. Why are you here? I asked. Where are the kids? Still more sobbing. Of course she's sobbing. She already went to the bakery for breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is not a good... She shouldn't be going to the bakery, and you know what I mean there. Daughter promised to help her brother out in the morning. More sobbing. I don't want to lose you. I will do better. Please don't leave us. How about that? Look what happens when you grow a pair. Look what happens when you lay down the law. Flat out. This is not the marriage you're going to be in. Things are going to change or I'm out of here. And I got the divorce papers all ready to go. And just like that, she got off her freaking couch and came and put down the candy bars, and now she's helping you out. And how about that? Your daughter can look after her younger brother for a couple hours while your wife comes help you out. And now you can get things done faster and come home and spend time with the family. Not that hard. But the power of a man acting like a man. Women do not respect weak guys. And when women act like a-holes and guys don't check them and are doormats and pushovers, they lose respect for them. But when a guy acts strong and takes charge and has some self-respect and demands respect as well and commands it, all of a sudden the bitchiness goes away if they still have something left for you. Right here. My reply was short and harsh but fair. He said to her, get him up and start cleaning. OMG, I never thought it would work. She actually did it. For the first time in years, we were working together, side by side as husband and wife. Me taking the lead. Right there. I'll read that again. Me taking the lead. That's the way it should be. During the cleaning, we talked, of course. I made sure that she understood that this does not make anything right, but it's a start. I told her about the coworker. She already knew about her, and I was shocked. Of course she said something. Not because of the emotional cheating, as some stated, but because she thought that we already had an S-word affair. Glad we cleared that up at least. I couldn't believe that I was home so early. I could even spend some time with my family before going to bed. Because she was helping you out, you didn't have to do everything. There you go. This can be if you stay with her, and if she earns the right to keep you, and if this continues on, this could be a regular thing. Couple hours, she comes to the club. Your daughter watches after your son because he's special needs. She helps you out. You get home earlier. Less work for you. You can relax with the family. Everybody's happy. And she needs to lose 100 fucking pounds. Yesterday, we had another late night party at the club. Come morning, she was there again, cleaning with me. Do I still have hope for us? She asked. Hope, yes, but the trust needs to be rebuilt again. And trust is earned much slower than it is lost. The choice is still yours, I said. Be a wife or an ex-wife. And the answer lies in your actions, not your words. Bravo. Good work. Fine, for your family, you're giving it one chance, giving her the opportunity. But I can tell you right here, man, you cannot deviate from the new you. You cannot stop being the man in the relationship for a second. Because the second you stop being the leader and take charge, the second if you slip up, feel like maybe I'm being a little too tough on her, that's when the bullshit's going to come back. I'm telling you right now. She has to know, what I tell you guys all the time, your girl needs to know that if she crosses you, you're out of there. Because guess what? You're a man with options. You're a man that has self-respect and feels good about yourself, and you can replace her ass like that if she pushes you too far. Only then, when a woman knows you will walk away and not tolerate her crap, is she going to essentially get in line if she's being an a-hole and respect you. And look already her actions when she realizes, oh shit, this guy's serious, he's going to walk. Right here. Now, again, if it was me, I would have been gone. But then again, I'm not a father, so, I get it. But still, this is making you happy? Cool. What an amazing 180 here. But like I said again, don't be fooled because it could change like that if you start softening up. You can be loving and good and loyal and kind guy, but you can't be weak. And there will be tests, my brother. There will be tests that she's going to throw on occasion to see if you're serious. And you have to check her on her shit. And remember, you can always leave. You may take a hit, of course, but better than dealing with what you've been dealing with. Okay. I'm in a chatty kind of mood, guys, and I'm proud of this guy, so bear with me. Anyway, he says here, what I said next hopefully opened her eyes somewhat. He says, did you see me more yesterday? Yes, 6 hours more. Why is that? Because you helped me. You saw me more, and together it took us 3 hours to do a 6-hour job. That time saved can be spent on us too. That is what marriage is, balance and division of duty. Also, I'm not asking her to work because we need more money, but also for retirement. If you don't work, you get little to no pension. What will you do when I'm gone? And also, and remember this, happiness is a journey, not a destination. Again, I was home far earlier than usual, spent some time with the wife and kids before going to bed. Great. It says, as I'm typing this update, I'm now in my office. I feel relief. Not only because of the emptied content of my nutsack and my wife's various orifices, but also since I now know that my wife at least has shown us she has the potential to be what we need her to be. And also because I now know that there are more options out there for me to pursue should she not live up to that potential. Right. That's giving you the confidence. Your success in business, that gives you confidence. The fact that you lost 130 pounds over 3 years and reshaped your body, that gives you confidence. And you knowing you got options out there. Right? Now, granted, this chick that you work with, who you really like, you made that clear in the previous video. You like her, she likes you. I have a problem, and I'm going to make that abundantly clear with an employee, because don't fuck up your business just for some chick. But the point is, you can get other women. There are other options, and I'll make you feel good and confident, and that confidence will radiate out there. Trust me. He says here, I should have proposed a divorce much sooner. Yeah, but when it happened, it happened. He says also about her weight issue. Aha. I made an appointment for her at the hospital specialized in obesity to see her options. She agrees she is too big. That's an understatement. And she is stuck in a vicious cycle. I know that too well. I've been there too. I'm not asking her to be a size 4 in the U.S. that she once was. I just need her to be less like the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. He says, will I go through with the divorce? Should she fall back in her old habits? Yes, I definitely will. Good. Stick with that. He says, no way in hell will I go back to the neglectful relationship I once had. And because of you, the community, and everyone else's support, I feel confident about my future. I'd rather have a future with a woman I once loved, but I no longer feel chained to a lost cause. I'm once again free to leave my pain behind, knowing that my family, my kids, my friends, and whoever reads this and hears this will have my back. Sincerely, Kay. Well, bro, I'm so happy for you, and again, it's not what I would have done, but I get where you're coming from because you got the kids and all that. Give it a one shot. But look, gentlemen, what happened when he laid down the law? When she realized he's out of there. Isn't that amazing? I know people stumble upon my channel and they'll look at me like, oh, this dude's in the car and he's talking with his sunglasses and he acts like he fucking knows everything. But you try some of these things I talk about and it's amazing the results. I say all the time, when they know you're going to walk away, when you lay down the law, it's amazing what happens. Right here, perfect example. So, again, my suggestion is that the brother here, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure that she gets on this, and he took her to an appointment, a specialist in obesity. She needs to get on a plan. She needs to change her freaking diet, okay? And, yeah, this is going to happen overnight. But over 2 or 3 years, fair enough. Preferably 2. She needs to exercise. She needs to change the diet completely, what she has, and all that. And, of course, lose the attitude, okay? And if she's making an effort by changing her diet and exercise, okay, that's progress. Fair enough. But she should. But I'm not talking about losing 30 pounds. She's got a lot to lose, okay? And she'll feel better. And she'll probably be less bitchy towards the kids and you. But she shouldn't be bitchy anyway because she realized she gives you any shit, you're out of there. Have those papers always ready to go, locked away in your safe at the club or wherever you keep them. And keep being the leader in the family and all that. Keep being the leader and making sure she lives up to her side of the deal. Taking care of things at home, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids and all that. And obviously taking care of you in the bedroom. You got needs as well. And we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you right now, there will be tests. There'll be moments that she might have little moments of defiance. You can't let them slide. So she suddenly snaps at you and suddenly really bitchy towards you in a way that in no way, shape, or form is warranted. You got to call her on that. You need to take charge and lead, because, like I said, the second you don't, that's when bullshit's going to go back. When she starts to think, maybe he's not serious about the whole divorcing me thing, I'm telling you now, she's going to go back to the same shit. So be prepared for that. And if it gets to that point, you got to be able to walk and mean it. But for your sake, I want things to work out the way that you want. So, bro, good luck to you and great story. I'm glad that I could help. I'm glad that the guys in the channel could help out too. So keep me posted in the future. Let me know how you're doing, where things are going with the club, your wife, the kids, and all that. And I hope you're doing well. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let this guy know what you think. Give him some praise. Give him some comments. And if you need to give him some shit because you disagree with him staying with her, you can do that too. All opinions are welcome and all that. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.